Hey, there you go. Hey, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and you're watching Open. Coming up on today's show, we'll speak to an entrepreneur and the founder and CEO of an organization that is helping young black and brown women take control of their future. Then we'll check in with a friend of the show to get the latest on the update on his organization and what the work, talk about the work that they're doing in our communities and in our schools. Speaking of empowerment, we'll hear from a comedian who is making history in Harlem alongside her husband. And finally, we'll sit down with the public school chair of the Riverdale Choral Society, who joins us to speak about how people at home might be able to join the choir. So you don't have to be home alone. You can join the choir, kick off your shoes, and relax your feet. Hey, we're wide open. Here we go. Here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? I'm your host, Doc Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx to New York City straight to your TV set. So you can stay connected to us through social media at Bronx.TV. TV. Leading things off, we're joined by the founder and CEO of Girls of Color Takeover, LLC. And she's an entrepreneur that carries over 25 years of retail leadership experience and is with us today to share her story and highlight how her organization is giving young women of color the blueprint for starting their own businesses. So please welcome to the show, Dr. Teresa Hernandez. Doctor, welcome, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You can say the whole thing, Dr. Teresa Hernandez-Howe.
How is it? How are you doing
How
today?
are you doing today?
Yes,
Good.
hi.
And how are you feeling?
Oh, bless, amazing. I'm
Yes.
still on a natural high from this last summer camp that I just had. So I'm just feeling phenomenal right now.
God is good
God is good
all the time.
all the time.
And all the time,
God is good.
there you go. All right. So tell us a little bit about you and what you've been doing, how you got started as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, of course. So, being an entrepreneur is just in my nature of, growing up and having entrepreneur women in my life, right? Like just seeing my mom, my grandmom, the people in my neighborhood, in my community, just really make ways to support the family. I grew up in that environment of just women around me, being that heart of the village, right? And
Yeah.
so I knew I grew up that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be able to inspire and encourage young girls as well of color around the world to
Yeah.
also be able to create opportunities for themselves. And that's exactly what I'm doing today, and I just love it. It's rewarding.
So what was your mentorship experience in Belize like? And how beneficial was it to the youth that got involved?
That it was extremely impactful, very powerful. I initially wanted to have a camp where young girls ages 7, well, it was really 9 and up, but I did end up getting some 7-year-olds, and I didn't have, I was, it was hard to turn them away. But initially, the idea was to have a group of girls, 25, I ended up with 32, to just spend a week with empowerment and inspiring them, teaching them about self-confidence, youth empowerment, building confidence, self-esteem, knowing their worth, as well as entrepreneurship. So it
Yeah.
was very impactful. It was so powerful.
Beautiful. What was the highlight or special takeaway from the camp?
It was actually the business piece. I gave the girls a project where
Yeah.
they were grouped, they were in groups and they had to present a business presentation. So they had to come up with an idea, whether it was a product or a service.
Uh-huh.
And they had to talk about the mission of their business, the market, who they're going to market the business to. So they had to do like an entire business structure, business plan, and
Hmm.
present it to the entire group. And it was just phenomenal. These young girls, I mean, their minds are just amazing. Like they already had business ideas and ventures in their mind of things that they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And they're entrepreneurs already. I can already see them being future billionaires.
Well, look, they have a mentor. I mean, they're following you. They're following your footsteps. When you have a good leader,
Yes,
it makes it a lot easier.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to walk the talk, right? And what was really exciting about that experiment too on that day of Entrepreneurship Day is, after their presentation and showing me what they can come up with in regards to a business idea, I was able to show them the products that I, as an entrepreneur as well, have, because I also launched my own makeup line, and
I
I also
heard. I
launched a
heard.
book. So it was more of like showing them, like, okay, well, Miss Teresa also is an entrepreneur. I'm teaching you guys how to be entrepreneurs and how to create your own opportunities. And I'm showing you that I did it myself as well. So it was
Yeah.
very exciting.
And the name of that book is a guide to entrepreneurship and building a
Yes. So,
professional
and
network, right?
yes, yes, for sure.
Yeah. And in the makeup line, you put those two things together, and woo, you're rolling in the dough, and that's something good to follow. Tell us about
Yeah. So
both of how important are they to your mission of teaching girls about entrepreneurship?
There it's very important. And this launch is very special to me also because this is what I teach them, right? I teach them to tap into their talents, tap into the things that they enjoy doing, the things that they love. For me, I've spent several years working in the beauty industry
Uh-huh.
where I know what's missing, what's needed, what people love. So for me, being a lip gloss lover and a makeup lover, it was easy for me to now say, okay, hey, I can create my own and be that entrepreneur that I teach people to be. So I created my own eyeshadow palette, which is phenomenal, and also my lip gloss collection too, which I have on my website. And we recently just spoke about the book, which is also available on Amazon now as well.
Look at that.
So it's very special because I'm teaching it to young girls how to be entrepreneurs. So I'm showing them as well. So this is
Yeah.
a very special piece of my mission.
Yeah, you're moving well, and the girls have somebody wonderful to look up to. That's for sure.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
So, what's next for Dr. Teresa Hernandez-Howe, and how are you going to put it all
Um,
together with all the things that you're doing?
it's my mission is to just impact as many young girls of color around the world. I mean,
Uh,
I want to get to a million, and I know it's doable.
uh,
And I'm working with the youths in West Africa, in Ghana. I'm working with Belize. I'm working here in the U.S. I'm just really trying to make an impact. Actually, not trying, I'm doing.
yeah,
I definitely know that I'm doing. I'm definitely being strong, grounded on what my goal and my purpose is, what God has put in me to do, and that's to help these young girls. And I'm going to continue to do that and just, continue to learn more for myself so that I can teach more, right?
yeah,
And learn every day. So I just want to be that great leader and change lives, make a difference.
yeah. Talk about your outreach. How do you want to get this out to those multitudes of people that you want to follow you?
Of course. Well, I do have social media, which we all do, which is really impactful these days. Of course, it takes a village to raise a child. So I'm always, outreach and networking, trying to connect with organizations that would support my mission and support the work that I'm doing,
Yeah,
because it makes a big difference, especially
yeah,
when most of it is being self-funded, right? So, I'm able to be contacted on Instagram, where you guys can see all the work that I'm doing. T underscore Isabel 35 is my Instagram. So that's T underscore ISABEL 35. And of course, the website shows everything, the programs that I
yeah,
offer, the work that I'm doing. So there's always great ways for me to be contacted. And of course, my outreach continues to grow every day as
yeah.
when I'm out on the road, I'm connecting and I'm, making contacts.
Whoop, whoop. There you go. Listen, you have any of the girls that come back and want to help you out and be a part of what you're doing?
Yeah, so this most recent camp I had 13, I had from 7 to 13. So the ones that are much older, they're now going to become like ambassadors. So
Right.
wherever like programs are, the goal is to have an ambassador there so that they can continue helping and mentoring and kind of lead in while I'm not there, while I'm absent. And
Yeah.
so following up with them on whether it's a weekly or bi-weekly basis just to see how things are going. But everybody's so thrilled about the programs and what I'm doing that they want to be involved and they want to help. And
Yeah.
that's just a beautiful thing, right? Because it just continues to grow. And
Yeah.
I'm looking for next year's camp to be even bigger, to grow even larger than 32 girls.
Do you have something within the camp saying, all right, somebody's going to be the ambassador, or somebody's going to rise to the level of doing this? Something that you can create within the organization that you work within the camp. See that
Right.
this is going to be the
So,
next leader, or this is going to be, or they all can
right.
be.
No, I mean they're all competitive and they all work very well together. I think
Yeah.
the beauty about it is that some of them have they're all some of them are from the same schools and some are from different schools, right? So once they get together, they build that relationship, that friendship, and then I kind of assess their strengths on what they're really good at and where I can see them fit in regards to supporting
Uh-huh.
the camp and the mission. But for right now, I think it's just really identifying like one ambassador and then
Yeah.
maybe each time rotate somebody different, just to give everybody an opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, they could say, oh, I was chosen to be the ambassador for the name of the organization and stuff like that. That's like,
Right, right.
that's, that's juice. That's power.
It really
Prestige.
is. It really is. And we had at the end of the camp, we had a closing ceremony, which they all received a certification for completing the camp. And that was so powerful because, they weren't expecting it. They were just thinking that it's summer, we're coming to a camp and we're gonna learn a lot. We're gonna go on a field trip. That was a field trip there. We went to the famous Marie Sharp, who is her products are all over the world. She does hot sauces, jelly jams, and things like that.
Uh-huh.
So, incorporating a field trip on Entrepreneurship Day for them to see a true entrepreneur was phenomenal. This was actually giving them their project for them to come up with a product or a service. So yeah, it was the business presentation day. So I mean, it was impactful. They graduated, they got a certificate, and so now they're so excited for next year, and I know that next year will be much bigger and better, God willing. And I'm just looking forward to it. But like I said, it takes a village, a family it takes a
Yeah.
village to raise a child, and we're just preparing now for next year.
Yeah. And so, once again, you said before that you can get your book on Amazon.
Yes, that's on Amazon, and that definitely will help with
Uh,
the proceeds for the camp. We're launching here in Florida this September the 6th.
mhm.
It's being launched here in Tampa, but it's available on Amazon now as we speak.
And makeup also. The makeup line is available on Amazon.
That's available on the website, teresaisabel.com.
Uh,
So we do have the eyeshadow palette, we have the lip gloss, and of course we do have a phenomenal, all multi-purpose body oil as well. So yeah, we're just, we have products, we have services, we're just rocking and rolling over
uh.
here,
Bring some
creating
hair.
opportunities.
We can use some on the set. Put,
Yes, for
put
sure.
some on the
I got to
cheeks.
send you guys. I got to send you guys some oil.
Yeah. It'll be the first time we use makeup on the set here. Well, some of the other people use it. Some of the guys don't use it.
Of
I
course
just
not.
come plain as day. But listen, thank you so much for joining us, okay? And thanks for sharing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for having me.
Dr. Teresa Hernandez-Howe. How she does it, she knows, and she's put it all together. And she's working with the girls, founder of the Girls of Color Takeover. Because girls are players too. Girls can play in this game of entrepreneurship.
Yes,
You
I
gotta
love
rock
that.
that record. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Take care.
All right, I'll
Bye
talk to you
bye.
soon. All right, we got more open covered up next. Don't move a muscle.
19.7% of Bronxites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
And welcome back. Hey, you know, our next guest is no stranger to the show. He's the Director of Staff for the United Federation of Teachers and the President of the New York NAACP, New York chapter. And he joins us to speak about the work that UFT is doing with our schools this fall. So please welcome to the show, Anthony, my man Harmon. Anthony Harmon in the house. How are you, man?
Good. Thanks, Bob. And thanks so much for having me. Again, it's always a pleasure to be here and to chat it up with you.
Yeah, you know, I heard you went to the DNC, the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. How was it?
Bob, it was absolutely awesome. The energy that you could feel in the room was second to none. I mean, from the workshops that you attended to the speakers. I mean, just a high energy throughout the entire conference. And look, we're looking forward, to some changes come November.
There you go. All right. And speaking of changes, what are some of the things that UFT is going to be doing in the fall in the school system?
So, Bob, I got to tell you, like, first and foremost on our agenda is this whole issue of like lowering class sizes. This has been something that's in the legislation and the law for some time now, and then it's time for the city to do what's right and implement the lowering of class sizes.
Yeah.
You know, some taught high school for many years. I can tell you there was one time in my career, I had about 48 students in my classroom.
Wow.
48.
That's a lot.
48 students. Yeah, absolutely a lot, right? And what this legislation is saying, we need to cap those numbers, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, if you look a school district outside of New York City, their class sizes might be 15, 17 kids, in a classroom.
Wow.
At the most, maybe. But when you're dealing with 48, 38, 40, plus kids in the classroom, we're cheating our students, and and they're not getting the individualized attention that some of them,
Yes.
I could do a lot more with 17 kids in the classroom than I can with 48.
And that's what's important, the individualized attention. You know, the teacher can go around and deal with, give them individual help, hover over them and help them with different situations.
Absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things that we're going to be pushing, this, coming school year. In addition to that, just reminding, all of our members and, the importance of this upcoming election, right? All politics is local.
Yeah.
And you want to remind folks to get out and vote, and if you're not registered, to register, to vote. I think the cutoff deadline, is 10 days prior to the actual election. So we're asking everybody to get out and vote as if you're allowed to vote on it, because, I firmly believe that it does. For the first time, we're seeing that our children and our children's children may have less rights than we have, right?
Yeah.
So asking everybody to get out and vote.
That's why it's so important to rev up, man. We all got to rev up. Register, educate, and vote. Register, educate,
I like
and vote.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I may steal it, Bob.
Yeah, good. Let's use it. And
I
then
think
we have something called the
it's
roll to the polls too. We should get together and figure out how we're gonna navigate on that day.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think people fail to realize, like, the UFT, we do a big community push as well, right? And making sure that our community, is a part of the work and engaged in the work that we do.
Yeah.
And so this registration campaign is just another way, and voter participation is just another way to do that. So we're really looking forward to putting our to the wheel and get as many people registered and out to vote as we possibly can.
Yeah.
But as I said at the beginning, what we're going to really be pushing throughout the entire school year is this whole issue of smaller class sizes.
Smaller class sizes. I know you also have the anti-bullying campaign going on. You call it something else, though.
And we call it BRAVE, building respect and voice through education.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's still a part of the work that we do. Bullying has changed since the days that, you and I went to school, Bob.
Yeah.
That's cyberbullying and, things of that sort. So we have a hotline that our young people can call, that parents can call who feel that their youngster may be, bullied, and they need resources and they need help. So
Yeah.
there's a hotline that you can call and, and get just that. I also want to lift up, Bob, if I could, our homework assistance hotline
Yes.
known as Dial a Teacher. Dial a Teacher. The telephone number there, 212-777-3380. Again, that's 212-777-3380.
Hmm.
The young people help help with their homework, and again, parents call that hotline as well. They're like, this is not the same math that I grew up with. Can you help me with
Yeah.
this?
Look, I'm
So
taking
we
a
have,
picture of you. There you go.
there-
Hey,
so we,
listen.
I just,
When you get back from doing everything, we have to talk about the dial a teacher and the roll to the polls, and we have an initiative that we're doing in October. We would like to get you on board with that. Okay,
oh,
it's a town hall.
okay,
Yeah, it's talking about
absolutely. I love.
education and whole nine. But we will hook that whole thing up, and then I'll get you on board with the roll to the polls. We'll do it together.
Oh, it sounds like a plan, man.
You got it. You got it. All right. So listen, you got those things happening. Of course, we're gonna make some. I'm trying to figure out. We've been trying to do it for years. How are we gonna make those changes where we're breaking it down from like 30, 40 people in the classroom to 15 to 17?
Right. So the fact of the matter is, Bob, in a lot of cases, those changes could be implemented like right now.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, the schools they have the space, to make it. They just needs to be the willingness to do it, right? In some cases, their schools have space where they could easily break down the classrooms. In other case, and what the law said is that this would have to be implemented over a period of 5 years, right? So it's not saying that everything has to happen tomorrow, but there
Uh,
should be gradual increments where class sizes are being lowered. And in a lot of cases, it could happen as simply as tomorrow. It just needs the will to make it happen.
yeah. Uh,
It needs to be that will.
and what's their problem? Is it the problem of the cost or hiring more teachers? Or I know
Well,
you said they have the space.
right, I'm sure that's what the other side would argue, right? The cost and the fact that you have to bring on additional staff. But I always tell everybody, look, our kids are worth it.
Yeah,
Our kids are worth it. Why
absolutely.
should Rosedale and the kids, and Rosedale or benefit, and of that individualized instruction when our kids in New York City, are crammed into classrooms like sardines,
That's right.
right? A lot of times, that leads to like there not being other resources, textbooks, computers or laptops for the kids to get online.
Yeah,
But leads to other, discrepancies as well.
yeah.
So we're really going to be pushing this whole small class size thing, and you should hear a lot of conversations about, about the issue. And another thing we're going to be pushing is the expansion of our career and technical education programs. In in uh, in times past, it was called vocational education.
Yeah.
Uh, but we're going to be looking to do, expand our career and technical education programs and helping people to realize that this is another pathway that our young people could take, to live quality and productive and responsible lives. Um, Our CTE programs range from everything from health opportunities,
Hmm.
professions to cosmetology to auto mechanics to construction. These are all can lead to good paying jobs for
Yeah.
our young people. And we're going to be doing a big push to how do we expand that and how do we get people to realize that there's value in our career technical education school.
Right, hey man, we love everything that you're doing at UFT, and your career has been wonderful. It's extensive. You've been, in on the front lines, helping other people get what they need out of life, and that's important. Give our love to Michael Mugro and the whole crew, uh, and we'll see you when we set something up. We'll meet up. We got the Make the Grade coming up
Absolutely.
also. All right, so
Absolutely.
we'll
Remember,
see you.
right?
We'll see you out there. And once again, thank you for all that you guys are doing.
Our pleasure, Bob. Our pleasure. And always good to talk to you.
Always a pleasure. I'll talk to you very soon. All right,
All right, man.
we'll take a
Bye.
quick break. I've got more open coming up next.
What's up, creative family? Discover your voice with BronxNet Community Media Classes. Are you ready to bring your ideas to life? At BronxNet, we offer television production classes for community members ages 18 and over, empowering you to share your vision with the world. Get certified in field production, in-studio production, and our new exciting addition, podcast production. Once certified, you can create your own show to air on one of our 6 TV channels. It all starts with our free Unleash Your Ideas Masterclass, designed to help you plan your show idea and set you up for success on your production journey. This class is offered at the beginning of each month for your convenience. Our dedicated BronxNet team is here to support, encourage, and uplift you every step of the way. Join us and become a part of the creative force that engages and inspires the Bronx community and beyond. Sign up today and start your media journey with BronxNet. Visit bronxnet.org/education to learn more and register. Let's create something amazing together.
And welcome back. Our next guest is an actress, comedian, and co-owner of the Comedy in Harlem Comedy Club. She's here to speak about how her career in comedy got all kicked off, got all set off, got all started, and to highlight why the club is so important for the Harlem community. So please welcome to the show, Nicky Sunshine. Bring the sunshine,
Thank
darling.
you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. And let me just say, Dr. Bob Lee, when I get on any air flight, I wish it was your voice that I heard. Sit back in your seat and relax your feet because we're going to have a smooth ride. That's a smooth brother right there.
I don't know. I've been using it a lot, so it's like, you know.
Right, right,
But
right.
how are you?
Wow, I'm in a whirlwind. I'm doing
Yeah,
well, but it's a lot happening in the world of comedy in Manhattan, and it's
yeah.
been very busy, very busy.
Well, as long as you're keeping busy, no needing, like Grandma says, no, ain't no needing complaining.
Don't complain.
You don't
No
complain
complaint.
now.
Hmm.
How did your comedy career get started? Everybody has a kickoff, a set off.
Well, I guess it would have to go back to eighth grade.
Yeah.
And I come from a large family. My great grandmother had 12 children, and I would be at the lunch table
Oh, Lord.
telling my friends about something outrageous that my grandmother said or, acting it out. So I've always
Uh-huh.
been a storyteller and an entertainer since young.
Now, how important is that to become like a storyteller? Not just throw stuff out there, but tell a story about
Yeah,
it.
I think people really, like stories. And I think with comedy, you can tell jokes, but people really want to know who you are, what your experiences
Mm-hmm.
are. So, I started in theater and then acting, and then started writing and doing open mics and going to auditions, and did a comedy competition down in the village at Sal's Comedy Hole in the early 2000s, and from there I just kept going with it.
People keep on laughing. You keep on bringing it.
That's what I do.
Now, you met up with another comedian
Yeah.
who's your husband, Jamie, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Jamie Roberts.
Now,
I've known him for a long time. We were friends, and you know, it would just so happen we were in had a show in Midtown, and he was single at the time, and I was single at the time, and a comedian egged us on, and he was like, "Hey, you guys should hook up." And so, I was kind of emboldened by some E&J, Brandy get you saying crazy things. And I said, "Hey, you have 2 kids already, Jamie? You want one more?" And then I said, "Well, here's my number," and the rest is history.
there you go. Hey, that's how it works sometimes, you know.
Yep,
You find that love in the strangest places.
definitely.
But why not laugh at all? Laugh while you're doing it.
Yeah, but I think really what has helped us is
Uh huh.
the friendship first. It's great to be, in a romantic situation and find people attractive, but when you really have a shared passion and you share a mission, I think that's what has strengthened our relationship and really has elevated it and given us a sense of duty to service our community.
Yeah.
It's something that we're really passionate about to serve and to bring laughter to New Yorkers.
Are the children in the business? How do you mix the family and business
Well,
together?
my stepson did win a competition for stand up at his church,
What? All right.
um, but he doesn't really have the heart for it. He's
Oh,
not really an entertainment guy. Um, my daughter, she likes acting, but she's not really committed. My son, who's 3, I think he might be the
he might
one
be the
to
one,
pick up
right?
the mantle. Yeah, he's going to be the one. He booked a commercial at 18 months.
Oh,
So
all
hey,
right.
everybody's got to bring a check into this household.
Yeah. Right. That's the way they used to do it back in the day. You gotta
Yeah,
bring some
got to
food but yeah, you
bring.
gotta work, otherwise you ain't eating.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, bring some bacon to the table.
So what's happening at the comedy club? When can we come down and check it out?
Okay, so I host a monthly show called Ladies Night,
Uh huh.
and it's really to give female comedians a chance to shine. So we do that every last Saturday of the month. The next show is August 31st. I've partnered with a woman named Sharon Brathwaite. She was a
Oh
producer
yeah.
on Unsung, and now she has this brand, Comedy Divas,
Uh huh.
that really is you know very serious about promoting Black women in comedy. So August 31st, we have Paris Sachet, Danny Redwine, Funny Fee. I'm hosting, and
All right.
we have Big Mama Badass. She's going to be there, so you don't want to miss that. And then on September 22nd, we're doing a grand opening with a live band
Uh
with
huh.
Malika Mo and the Band of Soul. And you can check out our website. There's so many events.
Uh huh.
Fresh Faces, that is a show that gives newer comics a chance to shine and get stage experience. So our mission statement at Comedy in Harlem is really to promote Black and Brown performers. We're diverse, so we accept and want everyone, but we're really keen on giving Black and
Right.
Brown performers a leg up.
No, I get
So,
it. I get it. And you got
mhm.
Big Mama Badass coming down. What's that? The 20? What's that? The
August 31st,
August 30th.
get ready to throw down, Jack.
Make sure we can get in there and get some chicken wings and stuff like that and check it out.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
we have food. We definitely have chicken wings. You gotta have chicken wings, or it's gonna
I
be a
know.
riot uptown if you don't have the chicken.
Chicken wings and some good drinks.
Oh yeah, we got that. We
Yeah.
definitely have that.
Yeah. All right. We're down. We're in there. And some good comedy. You can't
Yeah,
just sit there with some
absolutely.
chicken wings and good drinks and you're looking around who's gonna make us laugh in here.
Definitely, definitely we have comedy. And Dr. Bob Lee, we do other things at Comedy in Harlem, community engagement. I just
I
worked
like
with
it.
Commission on Racial Equity to hold some community conversations about how we can
Oh,
make our city better. We do a lot of things, music events. So this is really for the community. If somebody has an idea and they want to produce a show,
yeah,
I'm open to that. So look for our information. You can find me Nicky Nicky at
yeah.
comedyinharlem.com. But we're wide open. We want to
No,
do it all.
that's good to know because people are doing different events and initiatives in the city, and we're looking for places like that. That's good
Absolutely.
to
We're
know. Yeah.
also we're also partnering with Kim Seal Aller. She has an app called Earth,
Uh huh.
and it's really to help Black and Brown mothers navigate breastfeeding. We have a very serious problem with high infant mortality rates in Black and Brown communities, and so she's created this app, and she will be at our venue on August 28th. That's my birthday, by the way, and I'll
Oh,
be hosting her event. It's called Black Mamas Open Mic. So it's an event for Black mothers to express themselves through song, poetry, spoken word, comedy. So we really are passionate about causes that impact our community. It's we're definitely about the jokes, but we really want to make an impact socially to improve the lives of those in our
yeah.
communities. We're here.
No, you're making people laugh, but when it's time to get serious, just get serious and let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Let's
Let's be
let's
about
get
it.
the vote out. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Uh
Let's do
oh,
it.
uh oh, uh oh. REV, register, educate, and vote. Become a Rev.
Rev,
Register,
that's right. And
educate,
vote.
and vote.
Educate and vote.
Yeah,
Why not?
that's good. So you're going to be doing that now. I know you got some programs happening in the fall. What's going on?
Okay, so we have Capone, a Bronx
That's my
legend, a Bronx
man.
comedy legend. He will be back at Comedy in Harlem. We have some women's events. A lot of comedians from out of town, from really all over the country, come to produce with us. So it's not just local New Yorkers, but Comedy in Harlem has a national reach. So we have Kiara Benson. She will be in the house. We have Rodney Perry that's going to be coming in October. And J. Anthony Brown has been popping up at Comedy in Harlem. He was in town. He's really
Uh
gravitated
huh.
to us and been kind of a mentor to us, just giving us some pointers because he has a club, or he had a club out in LA. But our calendar is filled. We just did the first ever Latin comedy festival, Wepa Comedy. That was
Wepa.
Wepa. That was 4 nights of comedy,
Uh huh.
all Latin lineups with Latin comics from around the country. So Wepa is a, monthly show that we do. So Wepa will be back. It's There's so much going on. You really have to go to our
Yeah.
website, comedyinharlem.com, and we partner with the Harlem Tourism Board also
Oh
on a
yeah.
lot of events. Yes,
Yeah.
with Tony Rogers. So we have some really great advocates in the community that have been pushing the club.
Yeah.
And shout out to Community Board 9, R&B singer Monifa, who's a regular at our venue.
Uh huh.
So we need all the support, and we love our neighborhood. 147th Street and St. Nicholas Avenue, Sugar Hill. I
Uh
mean, legendary for jazz. So we'll be starting karaoke on Wednesdays and
huh.
bringing some live music acts. So if you're a music act and you want to get on or get some shine, please email me, Nicky at comedyinharlem.com.
Do you stay strictly with people who make people laugh, or you get somebody that can't tell a joke and make people laugh too?
Well, we have open mics, and I'm glad which one do you fall on, Dr. Bob Lee? Are you the joke guy, or trying to?
Well, I can do a little bit of both, depending on how I feel and you know, what took
Okay.
place that night.
Right. Well, we have open mics for newer performers.
Uh huh.
Monday night we have open mic. Wednesday at 6 we do an open mic with feedback, so you can do 5 minutes of comedy and then get feedback from a professional to make your set better. And we also have open mics on Thursday.
Oh, good. All right. So I can be backstage. Hey, man, how can I make people laugh? How can I hit that punchline a little bit better? You know.
Yes. We'll coach you through it. We'll coach you to greatness. You'll be ready to go on tour with Cat Williams when it's
Whoa!
all said and done. When it's all said and done, you'll be ready.
I can use some of those words to it. And listen, we're gonna come down and I told you we're gonna get some wings and things, and we'll be sitting at the table with maybe the Bullion Foundation.
Oh, but it's shout out to Ray and Sandra for booking me for this opportunity, Bullion Company. Please come on down. The first round of drinks is on me. 750A St. Nicholas Avenue and 147th Street. No excuse, because the A train is right out front, unless you take a limousine everywhere like Dr. Bob Lee.
Well, I am the driver. But listen, Uncut Art.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Uncut Art produced a fabulous, unique piece of mural art for us, and it generated so much attention in the neighborhood. Shout out to him for what he did is tens of thousands of dollars worth of work. But
Yeah.
on the strength with us, he really worked with us. But it's an unmistakable homage to our comedy legends. Moms
Yeah.
Mabley,
Yes.
legendary at the Apollo. We had to put her on as a queen of comedy there. And then you see Eddie Murphy on the wall. He's one of my favorites.
Well,
Eddie
you've
Murphy.
been around a lot of them, right? A lot of these.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely, comedy is my passion. I go to shows, I host shows, I write shows. It really is my life. I'm married a comedian, so it's constant jokes in the house. But comedy is what we do and what we will continue to do, because in this world of suppressed freedom and so much suffering that's going on, we need to laugh.
Very
It's
well said.
imperative for our health.
Very well said. Thank you so much. Nicky Sunshine, actress, comedian, and co-owner, Comedy in Harlem. And
Thank
big shout out
you.
to your husband, too.
Shout out Jamie Roberts. He's working hard and he works for BLS now. So
Yeah.
congratulations to him for joining the family.
There you go.
You said you were going to buy him lunch today, right?
We'll
Dr.
make it
Bob Lee?
happen. We'll make it happen. As we celebrate 50 years of WVLS. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon down there, okay? Let us know.
Thank you,
Keep
Dr.
that
Bob
schedule
Lee.
coming so we know what's happening.
For sure. For
All right.
sure.
And keep
All
it on
right,
and popping.
bye-bye.
And let me be the first to say on TV, happy birthday to you and many more. That's the abbreviated edition of happy birthday.
Thank you.
Or we can say, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
It's your
So just
birthday.
throw your hands in the air. Wave them around like you just don't care, like a Ginger Rogers and the Fred Astaire. Let me hear you say, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Say ho.
Ho.
Say ho, ho.
Ho. Ho.
All the ladies in the house say, ow.
Ah.
Somebody scream. Nicky Sunshine, we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Bob Lee. All
Talk
right.
to you soon. All right.
Bye-bye.
We'll take a quick break. I've got more coming up next.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. "55% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. "34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit bronxnet.org to learn more.
And welcome back. We'll sit down with the public chair of the Riverdale Choral Society who joins us to speak about their upcoming open rehearsals and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Naomi Marcus. Naomi, welcome.
Thank you. I'm
How
glad
are
to be
you?
here. I'm fine.
You guys are still
How's your
singing
summer
along.
been? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still singing along.
So tell us, I mean, we spoke a while ago. I think we were talking about some of the other things that you had coming up back then. Was that before the holidays or?
Well, the date I have on my Skype was we spoke about a year ago.
About a year ago. I think we were
About
going
a year
into
ago.
Christmas maybe.
Oh, right. Okay. So we always have a concert, one concert in December and another in May.
Yeah.
The December concert is usually works that are appropriate to the season.
Yeah.
And this year we're calling our concert Finding the Light. And of course, December you have the winter solstice, it's all dark, so you're looking for the light.
Yes.
And we think we have two works that will brighten people's mood. Well, one is a requiem. I'm not sure that's aimed at brightening people's mood. It gives people a chance to meditate. That's by John Rutter. He's a British composer. And then Chichester Psalms by Leonard Bernstein. And everybody knows Leonard Bernstein. So
Yes.
yeah. So that's actually a setting of several psalms from the Hebrew Bible. And they're in Hebrew, but they're very exciting music.
Yes.
I've sung them before. They're not easy, but they're very exciting. So what we're doing right now is we're looking for people to sing with us.
All right. So you're going to have open rehearsals?
Right. We're going to have two open rehearsals, one on September 4th and the other on September 11th. And that's at 7 o'clock in the evening. So if people who work can come over after work and after supper and join with us and rehearse and learn to sing with us.
September 4th and September 11th, you said it's after work. What time is that?
7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. And they'll be there for a couple of hours, right? We need to
Yeah,
find out
until
who can sing, who
9:15.
has skills, who doesn't, and if
Yeah, a lot of people can sing, and a lot of people just don't know where to apply that skill. So we're offering them one option, one place that they can sing, and we focus on the classical repertoire. In the spring, we tend to do other things. We do more folksy, more folky or popular kinds of music.
That's in the springtime.
So we do a variety.
So-
Yeah, that's in the springtime.
So
But
somebody who
it's-
thinks they may have skills can come down there to see if they can maybe actually get pushed into something wonderful that you guys are doing.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful to sing. It's wonderful, and it's wonderful to sing with a group.
Yes.
You know, it's nice to sing in the shower, but the only other people who can hear you are the people outside.
The wonderful
shower.
background sound of the shower with the singing.
Right. Yeah, but it's loads of fun to sing with a group. It's just a lovely experience because
So-
you're making something beautiful.
Yeah. So you'll be they're trying out with the open rehearsals. They're going to be getting ready for the holiday season.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the holiday season. So we'll be, our concert is on December 8th. It's a Sunday afternoon. And we have our rehearsals at Christ Church Riverdale, which is a beautiful old church in the Bronx,
Yeah.
in the Riverdale section of the Bronx.
It is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need a microphone while singing in there.
No, it's kind of an intimate setting. It's
Yeah.
not a huge church, so there's no problem hearing.
The sound is like right there. It has a cathedral type of sound.
A mini cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give us a little background because you started singing too. You have an extensive background in singing, right?
Yeah. Yes. I've been with the chorus for a very long time, and I also sing at my synagogue. So yeah, I do have some background, and my family were all musicians. I'm not a professional musician, but I come from a family of professional musicians. So I wanted to plug in my musical knowledge somehow.
Yeah. So you all
And
have musical instruments. If you did your
yeah,
vocals, that's an instrument that also.
that's my instrument.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. How can someone join the Riverdale Choral Society? How do you go
Well, just
about doing it?
come
Besi-
over to the church at 7 o'clock on September 4th.
uh-huh.
If you can't make it then, you can come over on September 11th. Um, and just join up. You can join up then. Start singing with us. See if you like it.
And if they miss those
Um,
open rehearsals, what do they have to do?
Then they have to wait until January, because we really want people in from the beginning, so they'll be singing with us and they'll learn the music
Yeah,
and they'll
yeah.
be part of the ensemble, because that's important too. You
Yes.
can't just have people coming in at the end and not fitting
And try to
in.
catch up. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, trying to catch up.
yeah.
And we have a wonderful music director, Mun Chung Wong, and she's a real perfectionist.
Yes.
She really wants people to be singing all together, singing soft when the rest of us are singing soft, singing loud when the rest of us are singing loud, coming in on the right time, and so on. So that's why you really do have to be there pretty regularly.
Yeah. So, and she has the proper ear to detect somebody
Oh,
who's
she
singing
has,
out
yes,
of line, so to speak.
she sure does.
She'll
Yeah.
stop the whole thing, right? Wait, and then will she
No,
call you up?
not that, but she will mention it to you afterwards. You know, you really, yeah.
Oh, she'll tell you afterwards. Okay. I thought maybe during
Or
rehearsals.
sometimes a whole section is off,
Yeah.
and then she has to stop, right? There's sometimes, one section part is very difficult, and people have trouble coming in on time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're being nice about it, but sometimes you have to get everybody in line. You have to get everybody straight. Wait,
Well,
let's hold up.
that's the
Why don't
whole
we
thing
try
is,
this?
yeah, right. Yeah, and we try it different ways, sure.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. Can't wait to see you guys.
Oh, yes, of course. Come over well, if you don't want to join us, which you're invited to do,
Oh, thank you.
but you're a busy guy, but you obviously enjoy performing.
Yes.
I was listening to you with your previous interviewee, and you were getting right in there. But if you can't join us, then definitely come over and listen to us on December 8th, when our concert
Yeah.
will be.
Excellent. What are some of the things that we're going to be singing again?
We're going to be singing Chichester Psalms by Leonard Bernstein
Uh-huh.
and the Requiem by John Rutter.
There you go. Finding the light. Gotta find the light.
Yes. Well, particularly in December, you have to find the light.
Yes, yes. You want to give a shout out to some of the people that are working with you? I know you shouted out the music director.
Madeline Ritter is our president. Who else is?
Well, who are the people at the church that open up the doors for you and say, hey, you can have this time and
Oh,
space?
yes, we have James, who is and he's an African gentleman, and I can't really pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
But he's James, and he knows everything about that church, and it's an old church, so there's a lot to know about.
Yes.
And he also sings baritone with us, and he's just wonderful.
Uh-oh.
Really helpful.
That's
So,
good.
so if a bat flies into the window, or if the heating or cooling isn't working right, we have had a bat fly in from the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on it. He knows what to do.
That's that wonderful singing. The bat wants to
Yeah.
know too. Hey, let's find out what's
Yeah.
happening in there. So that's good. So you're getting it all ready. And September 4th and September 11th are open rehearsals. And
Right. And we invite
what-
the community. anybody out there who thinks they can sing should come over and join us and join with us and see if they can handle it.
Yeah. And what's the address to the Riverside Choral Society?
Riverdale, we meet at 5040 Henry Hudson Parkway, which is at 252nd Street.
1540?
No, 5040, 5040. It's on the frontage road. It's on the service road for the Henry Hudson Parkway.
Got it.
So you can see the church from the Henry Hudson Parkway.
Okay, good. Got it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks
you
for
having
sharing.
me.
I know you have a website. Do you do social media?
Oh,
and everything?
yes.
Yeah.
Riverdalechoral.org
Yeah.
is our
Yeah,
website.
we'll put it right down there
And
too.
we are on social media, but I'm not, so I'm really not very hip to that.
Don't worry, we'll take good care of it right there. Riverdale Choral Society on Facebook.
We're definitely on Facebook, yes.
Yeah. Riverdale Choral Society on Facebook. I got it right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We appreciate
welcome.
you. Naomi Marcus, Public Chair, Riverdale Choral Society. We love you and thank you for sharing.
Sure.
All right. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I want to thank our guests for joining us and you, our viewers, for tuning in and checking it all out. You can keep following us on BronxNet TV for continued coverage. Thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let your choice control the chooser. Make sure you stand by. We have more open coming up next with hosts Kevin Arlene, Darren Jaime, and Rena Valentine on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for all new episodes of Open. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS. I love you all.